Hey guys, this is the first video I'm going to be filming, so I apologize if it's a little rough. I'm also a little tired filming this right before I go to bed, but I wanted to do this first video on how you as an INTP can learn how to get out of your head a little bit. Maybe a lot of you don't want to get out of your head. I know that I was pretty resistant to it, but I think it was really out of bad experience hitting me in the face that I was able to better get out of my head. So I guess let's just dive in. So I'm going to lay out short-term and then long-term solutions. Some of you guys might only be interested in the short-term, how to get out of your head in the moment when you just you aren't doing anything and you know you're not being productive, and that can really get down on you sometimes because it is nice to see some of your ideas come to fruition once in a while. I think that's a good thing for INTPs to learn, is to actually use some of their thinking in practice some of the time. So first of all, if you're doing something intellectual, you're thinking really hard, doesn't matter if it's school or if you're just on Quora, researching some weird esoteric crap, you need to do something real. If I'll be sitting down at the computer or just sitting down staring at the wall, and I'll realize what I'm doing, like 15 minutes into it, I'm just sitting there and I'm getting a little bit too caught up in this logical loop where it might not even really be going anywhere. I know that sometimes it's super useful and you can have these crazy ideas, or what's the word? You can have a solution come to you, whatever, through times like this. But sometimes I find that the solution comes when I leave and get my mind off of it a little bit. So yeah, you need to do something real. Usually what I do, if I don't have anything else to do, is just get up, start cleaning up my room a little bit, maybe dust, maybe vacuum the carpet. If you're, really high strung, then I like to take a shower, preferably cold, because it really just reminds you how you're like real and that there is a physical environment that you're in, and you're not just your brain. So yeah, you can take a walk, even just eating, preferably not looking at your phone or at a book or anything, like just eat and just think about eating. Or talking to someone. Actually, talking to someone can really help get you out of your head. They'll really ground you, especially if they're talking about something really boring. Hopefully not celebrities. Anywho, in the long term, I would suggest, if because it does seem like there on a lot of these INTP forums that there are a lot of INTPs that don't want to be so in their head. So long term, and I'm gonna risk sounding like Jordan Peterson right here, but clean your room, organize your stuff. I know I used to be a super messy person, just disgusting. Like, you could go in my closet and there would be like 2 foot full of clothes and trash and just crap everywhere. Is really bad. I have a clean room now though, and a clean car even. That was even harder. I have a clean car. I clean it regularly. My room's clean. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. But I think it does help you do things and helps you not forget things. So I would say that's the first step. Second step is you need to schedule things. You need to make plans on what you're going to do. And it doesn't have to be constricting. I know INTPs really hate to be restricted, and so do I. So I don't, I just have a calendar right there. I have a calendar that I write some tasks that I want to get done on that day. And I'm definitely not the type of person to be like, oh, I need to get this done at this time, and then I'll go and do this. I mean, maybe short term if I got a lot to do, but that's really restricting. And sometimes you just have to change your plans, and I like to keep my options open. So I just write down tasks for the day. And even if that's too restricting, it's not a big deal. Write it down on your calendar before it needs to be done. So if you don't get it done, you can move it ahead on your calendar again, so you're keeping your options open even more. Another thing I think is super good for INTPs, getting out of their head and actually doing something, because you want to be, doing something real. You're not going to be a happy INTP, is get social interaction. And I would suggest to kind of include this in your scheduling one, like join a club or something, go to something you're interested in, so you want to go, and have that be a regularity there. You're getting into a schedule, and INTPs are really habitual, so that's how you can really get out of your comfort zone and start doing things, is do it in a structured manner. Anyways, sign up for a club. That'll give you the social interaction to pull you out of your head, because you'll be forced to answer questions and talk to people. It also gives you that structure. What I would suggest personally, and this was really my first step to really growing out of some of the hindrances that INTPs can have, was when I joined speech and debate in high school. That was the best thing, and I suggest to anyone to take a speech class at some point in their life. You can sign up for Toastmasters, whatever it is. But I think INTPs, for sure, not only to take them out of their comfort zone, not only to give them a scheduled, structured way of doing things, but also so that they can put their ideas into words and share it with people, because you'll be surprised, once you get over being nervous to talk to people and you become a little bit more articulate, people really do want to hear your ideas. Believe me, they do. And I used to think no one wants to hear my ideas, because they didn't for a while, and maybe they still don't, but people generally like listening to you if you sound like you know what you're talking about, at least. So I'd suggest that you sign up for a speech club. That is definitely on the top of my list for things that I would suggest to an INTP for how to get him out of his comfort zone and have him, or her, I should say, sorry. Just realized I've been using the pronoun him the entire time, but there are female INTPs. Anyways, you really need to sign up for a speech class. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble now, so I'm going to end it here.